Nearpod is a student engagement platform that lets you create, download, and teach interactive lessons. Nearpod can be used across all platforms, including Windows machines, Macs, and Chromebooks, as well as iPhones, iPads, and Android devices. You can easily upload your existing PowerPoints, Google Slides, Sways, or PDFs and turn them into interactive Nearpod lessons by adding engaging activities like open-ended questions, polls, quizzes, and games. There are two types of lessons you can create. The first is a live lesson where students enter a lesson code and the lesson syncs across all student devices. You can then go through each slide together as a class. The second is student-paced, where students move through a lesson at their own speed. Nearpod works well for formative assessments because it allows teachers to receive real-time feedback on student understanding and then access lesson reports that break down individual and class performance. Nearpod integrates with many major learning platforms including Schoology, Google Classroom, and Blackboard. Let's start by logging in. First, go to nearpod.com. Once there, find the green box that says Teacher and press Sign Up for free. Or, if you already have an account, press Login. Select the option to log in with Office 365 and use your District 11 email address and network password to log in. Along the left side of your screen, you'll see the navigation menu. At the top, you will notice a Home button. This gets you back to your Nearpod library. Further down the screen, you will see other options that include Join a Lesson, as well as view lesson libraries for Nearpod, your school, and the district. You will also see My Library and Subplans. Toward the bottom of the page, you will see some very helpful lessons on digital citizenship and literacy, as well as social and emotional learning. This is also where you will access any post-lesson reports. Toward the top right corner of the screen, you should see a blue plus sign. This is one of the ways you can use to create new content. You'll notice that you have options to use Google Slides, create a lesson in Nearpod, create a new folder for organization, or create subplans. In the middle of the page, you will see any folders you have created, as well as a box that says Create Your Own. This is another way to create a Nearpod lesson. To create your first lesson, select Lesson in Nearpod. You'll notice that you have options to add a slide or upload files. To upload a file, simply drag and drop the file on the circle, or select Upload Files. You can then browse the files on your computer. If you already have PowerPoints or PDFs made for a lesson, you can add them to Nearpod, and it will automatically create new slides for each page. Let's take a look at some of the options for interactive content. Start by selecting Add Slide. Under Add Content, you will see different options for adding content, such as videos, slideshows, PDFs, and even virtual field trips. If you select Add Web Content, you are able to paste a website URL, which will then show up in your Nearpod lesson. If you click Add Activity, you can see interactive and engaging activities like open-ended questions, polls, quizzes, and games. The option to collaborate allows students a chance to share responses with each other in real time. The activity Time to Climb is especially fun because it allows students a chance to race each other up a mountain while answering questions about your lesson. To edit a slide, simply double-click on the slide and it will open up in editing mode. Once your slides are created, you can drag and drop them in any order you want. Remember to click Save and Exit before leaving your lesson. The Preview option allows you to review your lesson from a student perspective. To use a pre-made lesson, navigate to one of the lesson libraries. The Nearpod Lesson Library has thousands of lessons that are standards-based. You have the option to filter lessons by subject, grade, and resource type. You can also search by standard. All lessons can be modified to suit your students' particular needs. Once you find a lesson you like, select Add to My Library. It will then show up in the My Library tab. To launch a lesson, you will need to go to one of the lesson libraries. Hover your mouse over the lesson you want to launch and select either Live Lesson or Student Paste. For students to join a live lesson, they will need to know the lesson code. You can share this in a number of ways. For a student to join your lesson, they must start by going to Nearpod.com, finding the red student box, and entering the lesson code. They will then be given an option to type in their name and join the session. In live lesson mode, student screens will automatically sync with your screen. You can see how a student is doing in real time. If you select Student Paste for your lesson, students will have the option to join the lesson at any time and move at their own pace.